All right. All right. Let's see. I think we're connected. We're good to go. Here we are. Survivor Digest, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. We're back. Survivor Digest is back. Who could have saw it coming? That's right. Josh O'Leary here for the Superhouse Extra Extra YouTube channel, breaking down this season of Survivor, Survivor season 49. They've hyped us up for season 50, but we are going to get it kicked off with 49, right? They've already revealed the cast for 50, and they really hyped us up for that all summer long. And then they said, well, you got to watch 49 first. So here we are, Survivor 49, and I'm here in the small boy studio. Got myself a nice Coca-Cola, and I've got my notes. I have got my notes. Let's see here. All right. Hope everyone is having a fantastic evening. Please like, share, subscribe. Come back here for all the Survivor content this season. I'm going to be talking about it and breaking it down. Last year I did the first episode with Cowboy Nate over on Pro Wrestling Sauce, from Pro Wrestling Sauce, and we did the first episode together. Hopefully we do another episode or two together. I like to bounce back and forth off of him if he's watching this season. Dirt also chimed in last season with some knowledge on that season, and he hasn't watched this first episode, but I bet you he ends up catching up because he's not going to be able to resist. He's not going to be able to resist. Here we are, folks. Here we are. Survivor. You know what? Actually, it's my show. I'm going to take as long as I want on this intro. Just fast forward a little bit. I'm going to take a sip of cola here. Before I get reading here, guys. Before I get reading, let me just say that when I'm hungry, if I was stranded out there on the island, if I was stranded out there in the sand, withering away in the hot, sweltering Fijian sun, there would only be one thing that I'm thinking about, okay? And that's a Zero bar, okay? That's the one thing I'd be thinking about is white chocolate nougat. Yeah, it's nougat. It's an almond nougat. It's an almond nougat. I'd be thinking about that, and I'd be thinking about the caramel and the peanut. I'd be thinking about all of that in a combination, which forms the Zero bar. Okay, Zero bar is back. They used to be a great sponsor over at Pro Wrestling Sauce. Jake totally tarnished the reputation over on that program. So you know what? I should have flipped the camera. But they're probably not going to be happy about that because it looks like it says a rose bar. Shoot, guys. I should have flipped the what are you going to do? But Zero bar. When I'm hungry. Wait, that's not the tagline. Enlarged for detail. No, wait. Just Zero bar, dude. You can't get more classic than that. Look at that Detroit Lions color scheme. Holy smokes, folks. Wow. Zero bar. Please buy Zero bars. Okay, they're at your grocery store. They're there in the aisle. You look at them, you see them, and you get the other things instead. Usually, that's usually what you do. So get a Zero bar. They're back, folks. I'm gonna enjoy this Zero bar probably by the end of the show. I'm not gonna be able to sit here and look at this thing and not eat it. All right. Let's get into Survivor, guys. I got a stack of notes here, guys. I got a stack of notes. We're gonna get into it here. Josh O'Leary, Survivor Digest, Survivor 49, Episode 1. This is our 2-hour premiere episode, guys. 2-hour premiere episode. Alex is going to kick us off, and let us know that he loves kissing butt here. By the way, this is how we do this show. It's just me reading my notes and kind of reacting to my notes, which in turn is a review of the episode. So um, Alex kicks us off and lets us know he loves kissing butt. Which depends on whose butt, dude. Like this is the Alex is the works in Washington. He's the guy who works for whatchamacallit, Congresswoman, some old grandmother figure Congresswoman, which he let us know later on in the episode. And then we cut to Jake, who's a former Chippendale dancer, and you can immediately tell that by looking at him. It's really all it takes is just to take a quick peek at Jake. Rizgod. Rizgod's a total nerd, okay? He's a total nerd. I thought he was going to be like a TikToker, little cretin, little TikTok cretin. But he's not. He's a little nerd, and he has very little Riz at first glance. So at first glance, you're like, there's no Riz here. I don't understand the Rizgod name. But then you're like, oh, his name is Rizzo. It's kind of just a play on that. But I don't know. It ends up working for me later on in the episode, as you'll come to find out. Someone says, and I don't know who said this, as they're getting off the boat here for the marooning. I don't know who said this, but someone said, oh, and I think it was Jawan. I think it was Jawan. He gets off the boat, and he was wearing some god awful overalls without a shirt, looking like, oh my god, this guy. He looks like he just knows every detail about every little everything. I don't know. This guy Jawan. He goes, this is cinema. This is cinema. My God, that makes me puke when people say that. Like over on wrestling Twitter, when people are like, cinema, this is cinema. Like, geez Louise, dude. You guys are so lame. You got to come up with, like, you have to come up with some, what? This is cinema? This is, maybe I'm just old and whack, but I feel like that sounds so whack. I don't know. But someone says this is cinema as they arrive on the beach. Justin announces that he is an alternate. Okay, he announces that he is an alternate. Justin is the Asian man with the helmet haircut. It looks like he has a helmet on. He said he knew 30 minutes before bed the previous night. He knew 30 minutes before bed the previous night that he would be on the show. So this guy had no time. This guy had no time to think, no time to really get into, the nitty gritty of preparing to be on a season of Survivor. He only had 30 minutes before bed the previous night. I don't even know how he said 30 minutes before bed, because guess what? If they told me 30 minutes before bed, I'm not fucking sleeping. That's Justin, but Chippendale, aka Jake, he hits his his sob story, his SOB, his little sob story, quick. Okay, he hits us with a sob story quick and tells us all that his dad is going blind, and this will be the last season of Survivor he'll ever see. And believe me, this guy's just going to stack up more sob on top of that before this episode is over. So he said his dad is going blind. Said he attended one of his Chippendale shows, and ever since then, and no, I'm just kidding. He did not say that. That's terrible. Why would you make a joke about that? That's terrible. I didn't do that. That wasn't me. I'm pulling a Wendy Williams right now. It wasn't me. Anyway, Jeff hits us with this is not The Price is Right, which, yeah, Jeff, we know this isn't The Price is Right. Okay, The Price is Right is a good challenge. Okay, it's a decent challenge. Maybe you should incorporate some of that into the show. Okay, you did better with the challenges, I'll say, this episode. I will praise that a little bit, and we'll get into that here. But Price is Right is a totally different animal, and don't try to challenge Drew Carey. Okay, don't. This man has faced Kane. Okay, this man has been in the ring with Kane. Okay, don't try to come at Drew Carey. Okay, don't do it, Jeff. You just slow your roll there, pal. Jeff's speech with a montage of the Survivor 50 contestants. Jeff tells the speech. He gives a speech to the Survivor 49 contestants about what Survivor is, and as he's doing that, they're showing clips of pretty much everyone on season 50, all these returning players on season 50, except for I believe we saw Parvati and Boston Rob. Which is that a secret? Are we actually going to get those two? Are they fooling us all? Nah, they're not fooling us all. But yeah, that's they showed that montage, and we get our tribe names: Henna, Un, and Hella. What, I don't know why can't we just call them the color of the tribes at this point? Let's just call it blue, red, yellow. It's blue, red, and yellow. That would be much easier. But instead, we got Henna, Un, and Hella. The marooning challenge is a crate stack cube puzzle where you got to climb up this cube stack and ring the bell. You got to ring this bell. And the prize is, of course, the machete, the flint, and a pot to cook with. So you can get your fire started and you can cook your rice, your meals out there on the island. The dude in the overalls, I say, which I now know his name, Jawan. Jawan is this gentleman's name. Mr. This is Cinema. He's very suspect to me. I write this here. And I don't know why I wrote this here, but he was suspect. Oh, it's because of the overalls. The overalls are just suspect. No shirt, overalls. He's kind of wearing it ironically, like like I don't know, not into him. And then we get introduced here to our girl Sophie, and I say our girl Sophie because she's a friend of the show. That's right. I'm go ahead and certifying her as a friend of the show. Sophie with an I, not with an E. Sophie on the show here gets introduced to us. She left a comment on my Survivor 49 breakdown, and she had a lot of praise for my commentary. That's all I'm going to say is you can go check out the comment for yourself. But she had a lot of praise for my commentary. And she left a comment on that video, and we're rooting for Sophie, friend of the show. Excuse me. Sophie, our introduction to her. Where were we here? Yeah, we get introduced to her, Nicole, and they're in dead last during this puzzle stack. NC wins for the Yellow Tribe. I don't even know who NC is. I think she's one of the women on the Yellow Tribe. And it was too easy for her. It honestly looked like too easy of a win for NC. I'm not sure how she pulled that win off so fast, but she did nonetheless. And then we get to the journey. Oh boy, you knew there was going to be a journey, and I was not looking forward to this. But to my surprise, I was really enjoying the journey once we got to it. They kind of left a little bit of a break in between, and then we get to the journey. You'll see as we go here. So they announce a journey, and they say it's going to be Rizgod and Alex that go on the journey. These are the two people from each tribe who did not win this opening challenge that have to go on a journey to win their supplies. This is just to win supplies. This isn't for an advantage. This isn't for, some sort of, did they get something or not? This is strictly for the supplies. There's nothing else out there. They don't make you think there's anything else out there. This is strictly to get the machete, the pot, the flint, and your machete. Did I say pot, flint, whatever else? Chippendale Mr. Jake, he loves that Alex volunteered. And this dude has got a raging boner, like a raging boner for Alex. Okay, this guy is so rock hard, so horny for Alex. And keep in mind that, God, what's his, Jeremiah is on this show. Okay, Jeremiah, the beautiful gentleman in our thumbnail tonight, he is on this show, and this guy is flaming gay, like super flamboyant, super over the top, and he is outshined in gayness by by Mr. Chippendale here, by Mr. Jake, who just has a throbbing, veiny boner for Alex. There's there's no stopping him. There's no stopping him. And we go to our first commercial break here. And then when we come back, Steven thinks he looks like Ryan Reynolds, and this man has hearing aids. This is and I can sort of see the Ryan Reynolds resemblance when he kind of has his nose up like this, when he kind of has his head like this. He kind of looks like Ryan Reynolds, but I didn't see it too much. I kind of see more of like a I don't know. He looked like any mop top guy that works at a Verizon Wireless. But he has hearing aids, and this is kind of his story. You know, this guy didn't know he couldn't hear for most of his life, and then he got hearing aids and was like, "Oh shit, I can hear." So that's kind of a cool story. And Steven seems to be getting along with everyone. It seems very comical and over the top, which is a good thing. It's a good thing. I liked Steven upon first impression. The two gays are on the same tribe. It's Nicole and Jeremiah. They're both on the same tribe here. Nicole was kind of annoying me at first, but then she fell in the weeds here. She fell, she busted her ass in the weeds, and I said, that's pretty funny. I like the way she fell. She was very Three Stooges like, and I thought it was pretty funny. She also loses her shoe later on, and we'll get there. Very funny stuff. She also, well, yeah, we'll get to Nicole. She just kind of has a Three Stooges like episode here for her. You know, it's a tough journey, Survivor. Some tougher than others, right? Some tougher than others. Let me take a sip in, as we're 17 minutes into the program here, and if you're watching the playback, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Please share the video. Thank you for being here. Okay. Where are we at? Oh yeah, okay. So Sophie, now I know I'm not naming all the tribes too, because they're kind of jumping around from tribe to tribe to tribe, from Henna to Un to Hela. So I'm just going by names, and I did a pretty good job at studying the cast breakdown. I did the cast breakdown video, and then I just kept going back to that website. I saved it into my favorites, and I would kind of scroll through it and look at the pictures and look at the names. So I knew I was better about learning the names this season, so I wouldn't be, fucking up and giving everybody a nickname like I did last season. Excuse me. Anyway, guys. Sophie is playing already. Our girl Soph, friend of the show, Sophie, she is playing already and recruits a meat shield instantly with Jake. She says, Chippendale man, get over here. You're going to be my meat shield. And that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Okay, so I noticed this is an observation by me. We have a bird girl, Marvel guy, a fanboy, a spirit girl, and a news anchor all on one tribe. Take that in for a second. And I'm pretty sure the bird girl announces later on in the episode that she loves poop. She loves looking at people's poop or some shit like that. Like, who is this? Casting, there is no reason. I have not gotten a call yet. There's no reason. I sent a video in recently, Survivor. You know, at least recent, so somewhat recently. Give me a call. You've got a girl on the show who likes people's poop. What are we doing? I write that down too. We're gonna come back to that. Yeah, you've got a bird girl, a Marvel guy, a fanboy, a spirit girl, and a news anchor, all on one tribe. And then we go to our second commercial break, and we come back to the one-on-one challenge, the journey challenge. This isn't really a journey; it's more of just a one-on-one challenge for your camp supplies here. And it's Riz God versus Alex, and Rizzo says that he is screwed if it's a puzzle. And I think to myself, like, well, what the fuck, dude? It's Survivor. It's going to be a puzzle. And indeed it was. It's a puzzle. Don't be a bozo. Know how to do a puzzle. Alex is flying through this challenge. Alex is just blowing Rizzo out of the water. The Riz God is being, uh, you know, pushed to the side here by Alex's strength. And I literally wrote here as a little note right here. I wrote, let's hope that he can read a map, because he was blowing through it so fast. And I did not know that that was actually going to come. I said, Rizzo starts blatantly cheating. And I, and I absolutely love it. I absolutely love that Rizzo just started blatantly cheating. He starts taking his puzzle pieces and he starts walking over to Alex's map. And at one point, Alex tries to cover it up, but then he's like, I got to keep digging. I can't just stand here and cover up my map. And Rizzo just keeps taking his puzzle over there until he realizes that one of the coconuts containing some puzzle pieces was left unopened. And he opens up this coconut and he gets the other puzzle pieces. He does this puzzle in probably a record amount of time, as in a record amount of time. Like the amount of time was extensive and how long it took him to do this fucking puzzle. And Alex is still going crazy digging. Alex is just going crazy digging. He's digging holes every which way all over the sand, and he can't seem to find this hidden key, which is a wheel. It's a ship wheel. You got to find a ship wheel and buried in the sand, and he can't seem to find it. Rizzo starts digging and finds the ship wheel like on the first try. It's like the first try. He digs pretty damn deep. I don't think Alex was digging deep enough. I think that dude was shrimping out on those holes. Okay, I think that dude needs to take a couple lessons from Mr. Stanley Yelnats. Maybe take a couple Hector Zeroni lessons, right? Okay, because he was out there acting like it was a Girl Scout camp. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Rizzo gets it on the first try, and I said, write a little note here. I said I usually hate these challenges, but this one was perfect, and this one was perfect thanks to Rizzo, who did get emotional, but brought it back to being his silly self by the end of the confessional. And honestly, I thought it was a really good confessional the way they did it. He did get emotional, um, but it was vulnerable, but it was also not too much. It wasn't too much over the top. He kind of got his head back into the game, and I liked it a lot. I liked it a lot. Rizzo was winning me over here at this point. And I thought that cheating and then crying so much that you're proud of yourself was really, really funny. I think it's funny to cheat and then cry that you are proud of yourself. Um, oh, yes, here it is. Here's the note. Sage. Her name is Sage. Of course it is. The girl named Sage is the one who announces to her tribe that she loves poop. She loves looking at people's poop. She loves digging around in it. She probably likes, who knows what she likes to do with it, dude. I'm not going to get too disgusting here. There's probably people eating, having a snack or something like that, and I'm not trying to ruin anyone's nutrients intake by talking about the disgusting habits of Sage here on Survivor. Rizzo comes back to camp and tells his backstory as the tribe enjoys the reward, which is his machete and the supplies. They get the fire going and all that. And Rizzo comes back to camp, tells his story, and I wrote that I liked his story and that it's good, and he comes off authentic. He's got immigrant parents who came over, and he lived in a little apartment in Yonkers, New York. And he's got a little brother, and they wanted him. He's just kind of like a regular guy, like out here trying to live the dream, dude. And his parents came from another country, and I think it's pretty sick. I like his story. It's not too much. It's not too little. It's just that classic story, and it gives him enough backstory, I feel like, to really make him a really solid character here in episode 1. Alex comes back to his tribe with nothing. Womp womp, Chippendale, aka Jake, and Sophie recruit Alex into their alliance. Okay, they say we're a 2. Let's get Alex in there because Jake was not going to go anywhere without Alex. He said, "My boner, it is too strong. It is too strong. There's no way I will be able to sleep at night without Alex in this alliance. I need him here. I want to wait." He said, "I need him here." And then Jake hits us with a bombshell, guys. Jake hits us with a fucking bombshell. He's like, guys, my wife's having a baby while I'm here on the island. And Alex is like, what the fuck? Because he knows that Mr. Chippendale has had a raging boner this entire time for him. And he's like, what? You have a wife and she's pregnant? So, his vibes are just thrown off immediately. I'm kidding. He was just like, oh my God, dude, what? No way. And he's like, I gave her the opportunity to say that I didn't have to go, but I'm out here. My son's going to be born. Now, this guy, God, dude, I don't know. This guy wants to be awesome dad Joe man right off the bat. And, but he's, I don't know. I'm not feeling him. I'm not feeling Jake. He's pretty funny, but I'm not feeling his vibe. I would definitely not be clicking with him out there on the island. That's for sure. For sure. But Sophie and I would get along. I think she would deter from his alliance pretty easily too. Um, anyway, yeah, he's having a baby. I got good Lord, man. Justin announces that he is a pro Super Smash Brothers player. A pro Super Smash Brothers player. Now, that is the second, ladies and gentlemen, Super Smash Brothers player that Survivor has cast. As we had Ken from Gabon. I remembered Ken from Gabon instantly as soon as he said Super Smash Brothers and that he was one of the best in the world. But dude, you're not the best. That's Ken from Gabon. Go look it up. He's the best. Okay. So I don't know who you think you are, pal, Justin. You're just you're an alternate Ken. Justin's been sitting there since Gabon as an alternate, just like rotting away. I need some water. They finally called him up. Now he's here. And then we have Matt. Oh, yes, we finally get our introduction here to Matt. Matt has the dreads. He's the white guy with the dreadlocks, the older gentleman. And I was kind of shitting on Matt on our Survivor cast breakdown. I wasn't really shitting on him. I was just saying that, this guy has some very hippie-like answers, and he's just a little over the top and a little too daddish with his answers and corny. But this guy is patient. He is dad-like because he's patient. He's patient and he lets the rest of the tribe try to light a fire until ultimately, what's his name? Steven? Yeah, Steven looks at Matt and he's like, hey, man, I see you over there just like watching us like not do this right. I think I know you know how to do it. And he's like, yeah, I do. So he gets it lit before it's completely dark and the whole tribe celebrates. And it was a boss-ass move. Matt, boss-ass move, okay? Then we head over to Kaylee Tribe. Jake is hiding people's left shoes. Okay, this guy is clearly a Russell Hantz fanboy and wants to like cause chaos, but be cute about it and not come off as like too Russell-y. That's my opinion of it. He wants to be but the only problem is that Russell Hantz wasn't out there with a giant hard on for freaking Jason. Okay, like, good Lord, man. And he's doing too much. Jake's doing too much in this episode. I don't appreciate how zany he is right off the bat. He needs to tie it back a little bit, right? I'd almost want to be purple in my first couple episodes. And then you can really, I'll let you lean into what I am. But Jake, just a little too much. Annie, the lead singer of the band. Annie, she goes off on her own. This is our introduction to Annie, really. And Sophie and the rest of the tribe, they don't really like what they see. Alex tells Annie he's on her side. They're making an alliance. It's not a real alliance because this dude saw the boner that Chippendale Jake had. He saw that thing and he was like, I'm staying right here. And he knows Annie can't do anything for him there. We go back to Un tribe. Everyone is doing yoga. Everyone's sitting on top. And I was like, oh, everyone's doing Coach Chi. Is everyone doing Coach Chi as a tribute to the greatest Survivor player to ever do it, Benjamin Wade, a.k.a. the Coach. And they were not. They were doing some other shitty yoga version of this girl who's like, breathe in, and I don't know. She's doing that whole thing, and everybody's kind of like going along with. I could not do this. Okay, I'm not going along with it right from the start. I know it's good to have like positive tribe vibes and all that shit, but I'm gonna shit all over those positive tribe vibes right off the bat. I don't know about you guys. That's what I'm doing. I'm not. I'm not digging into to positivity. Let's breathe the air and sit in Chi Town. I'm not into that, dude. We're here to play Survivor, and why are we taking time out to like get one with our soul as we're out here on a Fijian island, dude? I want to go dig a hole. You know what I'm saying? Like Stanley Yelnats for no reason. I want to like, I'd be out there building a fort in the woods or something. A secret, like like let's build a tree house. I don't know. I'd be full of energy too, but I'd be using it in a different aspect. I know this is a tribe bonding moment, but I hate it and I don't like it, and she annoys me. Um, and here we go. And then Overalls has put on a turtleneck. Overalls brought another outfit, and one of them's a turtleneck. Looks like The Rock in that one picture. Yeah, he's wearing turtle. So his name is now Turtleneck Overalls. Okay, Mr. Jawan Turtleneck Overalls. Second page here. All right, Stephen and Matt, they bond. Stephen and Justin bond. Stephen and NC bond. Everyone on Stephen's tribe bonds with Stephen. The only problem is Stephen's nervous, and he's worried everyone hates him. I don't know why. But I mean, some people, that happens to some people. They're just kind of like, everybody hates me. And actually, everybody loves that guy. There's people that think that everybody's just like out to get them, and really, everybody loves them. Um, and Steven seems like maybe he has that. He says he had imposter syndrome, which is like he's cool. He's cool on the outside, but not really on the inside. I guess is kind of the sentiment he's giving off there. Hmm. All right. Where was I? Jake and Alex are bromancing way too hard. Okay. I said they're bromancing way too hard, and they're throwing everyone off. Uh, Everyone's kind of thrown off by this bromance, and it's being picked up by everybody. Okay, his boner is way too in the way. I mean, that thing, it's like Pinocchio's nose at this point. The hornier this guy gets for Alex, the longer this thing's getting, and everyone's starting to take notice. Jeremiah is here to play, and he integrates himself into this strong alliance of Sophie, Jake, and Alex. He sees this stupid alliance. He doesn't really like the stupid alliance. I can tell he's not really that big of a fan of the three of these guys. I thought there was a really funny moment where he was like, "Hey," he was like, talking to Jake, and he's like, "Hey," he's like, "Would you ever work with a gay guy?" And it made me laugh like instantly because I was like, "Dude, Jake is super gay." Okay, Jake is super gay, and he's having a baby while he's out here on the island. Okay, have some respect for gay muscle dad having a baby out here on the island. Okay, calm down. These are jokes, folks. These are jokes. Nate does not like. Wait, hold on. Yes, so Jeremiah is there to play and integrates himself into that alliance, which is good for Jeremiah. He's on the bottom of it, but he probably needs to be there. Nate does not like being seen as the dad in his tribe. Okay, so Nate is the Marvel producer. He produced movies like Black Panther and Iron Man, and I wonder how many fucking times he's going to reference the fact that he produced Panther and Iron Man, and how many plugs to Black Panther and Iron Man and Captain America he's going to make. He also gave a shout out to the Goonies, which was nice. But Nate, he doesn't like being seen as a dad, and he starts playing, and he starts kind of talking to others and kind of putting a target on Rizzo's back, which is pretty smart when you think about it. That's pretty smart. Rizzo definitely come across as a top player. Nate maybe has his target set on the right opponent here, I believe. Then after this, Jawan, he gets frustrated starting a fire, And the rest of his dumb hippie tribe, they don't like that shit. They're like, hey man, don't get fresh, don't have emotions. Everybody's sitting out there on the fucking beach doing yoga and being like, oh, good vibes, breathe in and just take in the seaweed and rub it between your ass cheeks of whatever the hell they were doing out there. They can't have a little bit of empathy for someone having a little bit of a panic attack, small frustration attack from not being able to start a fire, something they practiced for a year and a half up until getting on the program. Okay? You can't have any empathy there. There's no empathy for someone getting a little frustrated with themselves. He's not taking it out on any of you guys. And then you guys are like, oh, I don't know if I can trust him. He's getting angry right now. Well, I'd like to see your guys' face when you guys are voted out. Are you going to be angry right now? Or are you going to turn around and say, namaste? Shut the fuck up. Ugh. Ugh. Look at me. You're making me get frustrated. Look what you're doing. These are all jokes, folks. Where was I? Yeah, I wrote, I hate that tribe. Then we get to the first immunity challenge, and it is a rope tunnel followed by a mud pit. Of course, we got to have the mud pit. And then a winding snake ball finish. And the reward is comfort for camp. And Jeff Probst hit us with a great quote here, guys. He said, if you want a picnic, go to a park. All right, Jeff Probst. I can almost hear the Macho Man saying that, you know? If you want a picnic, you can go to the park. You know? If you want moons over Miami, you can go to Denny's Diner and you can get yourself a moons over Miami there. They sell it there. Yeah, I'll give you a run for your money, old Soder. Everyone looks the same, covered in mud. This is a problem that we have in these. This is a problem we have in these immunity challenges. Every season, Jeff is just like, cover these guys in mud. He didn't do it right at the beginning, though, which is amazing. Not right at the beginning. He waited a little bit and was like, we're gonna do this towards the end, which I was appreciative of. You know, they listened to the fans a little bit. You know, they scrolled the Reddit a little bit and saw the jokes about them being covered in mud right at the beginning of the show. So that was nice to wait till now. It was a little bit hard to tell, of course, once everyone was covered in mud, but nonetheless, I'm appreciative of what we got. The endurance is pointless. I wrote this again. This is a note from me. It says the endurance is pointless. And it's proven again and again as if you just blow through one of these challenges, it doesn't matter because they're going to put some dumb fuck puzzle at the end of it. And everyone's going to kind of be at, it's kind of going to be a tie ball game once you get to the puzzle, no matter what. And honestly, in my opinion, the challenges are honk shoe. Okay? A little pro wrestling sauce reference for you there. Wednesdays here on the channel. Every Wednesday, live. Honk shoe, dude. They are honk shoe. I don't like the challenges. I've never really been a big challenge guy. I like some of them sometimes, but especially when they're like kind of individual immunity challenges. That's when they start really getting good. But the team ones, I don't really give a shit about. I think they're boring, kind of. They're kind of just like obstacle courses with puzzles at the end of them every time. All right. So that's my thoughts there. The Kela tribe loses, and they have to go to tribal here. So you have two tribes that are immune here from having to go into tribal, but Kela tribe, they lose, and they got to go tribal. Our girl Sophie is vulnerable tonight. That's the first thing I thought was, oh no, Sophie is vulnerable. I hope that when she was scrolling YouTube, looking at cast breakdowns of people talking about the cast of Survivor 49 once it was announced, and seeing what those people said about her, I was wondering if she was doing that because she was voted out first. In this moment, I was like, oh no, Sophie, was she voted out first? That's what I said. I said, let's hope not. Let's focus the shift away from her. So Jake says that his boner is too strong. No, I'm just kidding. He says that they have to vote out someone weak. Okay, he said, let's vote out someone weak. And that's Nicole. Okay, that's Nicole. And Jake pretty much calls her fat without saying that she's fat. He's pretty much like, she's on the heavier side and she's not good at the challenge. Like, I don't know. He just puts it in some weird nutritional way to where he's like, she's fat. And, it just made me think. I wrote a little note here. He's going to be a great dad. Jake's going to be a great dad. Nicole is trying to figure out if it's her and the intensity of the situation all of a sudden makes her puke. Like, this girl just instantly like pukes. Like, she did not see this puke coming either. I mean, I think the wave hit her like almost in an instant. She was like, oh, and then it was like, and just puked instantly. I was like, holy shit. It was pretty crazy. And I thought it was pretty funny. If you add that with her fall earlier and just some of the antics she was doing throughout this episode, Nicole was actually winning me over a little bit, which was a little bit sad as we get to the end here. She's trying to figure out if it's her, and she can't figure it out, which means it's you, girl. It's you. They all tell Annie that she's the decoy. And it was pretty straightforward in this episode. They kind of had you thinking that they may have been switching it to Annie, but they weren't going to be switching it to fucking Annie. Late, I was watching the Seahawks. I'm a puker. Oh, you're good, dude. I've just been breaking the episode down, man. I went through everything. I went through the whole thing, and I'm going to be watching football here in a minute. I got started late, but I'm going to be watching Seahawks here in a minute. What's the score? You can tell me the score. Yeah, but this was an instant puke. Nicole's puke dirt was just from being overstimulated, I guess, from being just being like, oh shit, dude, just the gravity of the situation made her puke. Which I could see that happening. So they tell Annie she's a decoy. So Sophie flips the script and tells the tribe that Annie was gunning for the bromance, and it looks like things start to turn, but I think that was kind of just thrown in there. I don't know how much levity that was to that. And then we get to tribal council. Okay, we get to tribal council. It's 0-3 Cardinals. God damn it, dude! I got a $4 bet on. I got a $4 bet in the game right now, man. I need Arnold Darnold to throw a touchdown, and I need Kyler Murray to get over 20 rushing yards, and I'll win like $28 or something like that. Something like that. Or I lose $4. Either way, we'll see what happens here. We'll see what happens. We get the tribal council, guys. Jeremiah is shaking like crazy. He is very jittery. This guy is all hopped up here. Sophie compares camp to speed dating. Nicole does a breakdown of the tribe, and as soon as they asked Nicole to do a breakdown of the tribe, I was like, wow, they're really letting her get every word in here. She's going the fuck home. And everyone is laughing like it's not time to send someone home, which always really annoys me. And I would be calling the tribe out on that if it was me sitting there. I'm not all smile and giggles, or I'd make it known that I'm not all smile and giggles, so Jeff would call it out, whatever it may be. Everyone's laughing and smiling, and I'm not enjoying that, especially if I'm not feeling safe. Like, what the fuck? Like, fake bird versus small bird? True. First quarter with 1:30. There's time for Darnold. Yeah, there's time. There's plenty of time for what I would need to happen. Back to tribal. Jeremiah's giving up everything at tribal too. Jeremiah just gives up the whole thing. He's like, there's someone here who's not in on it. And he kind of just tells Nicole like she's going home, but she still doesn't think she is, I guess, when she gets up there. And it's really just first time jitters of not really knowing if you're on the majority vote or not. But not her fault. She was a great character. She was very clumsy and very funny, and she puked. And I'm going to blame this all on Jake, his raging boner for Alex, and him throwing her shoe at a tree. I think if the butterfly effect happened and he never threw that shoe, she would she'd still be here with us on episode 2 next week. But she will not be as Nicole. She was voted out first and coldly, really. She was voted out. No one said shit to her. They just let her go. Bye. They didn't say shit. She got voted out, and it was just like sayonara. Everybody who was sitting around laughing together just moments ago was, yeah, they didn't say shit to her as she left the island. And that was our first episode of Survivor. Now, I don't have any thoughts on the preview for the next one because I did not watch it. I got ready to do the sauce, and we moved on there. And I ended my notes there. But my thoughts overall in this first episode was it was really good. I really enjoyed it. I liked the amount of camp life. I liked the amount of camp life there was. I thought it was a good amount. I thought they kind of breezed through that intro. They didn't give too much of a sob story for everybody at the beginning of it. They toned that down. They cut back the journey bullshit. It's more of a this is for your supplies or something to bring back for the tribe type deal. Maybe there will be something else along the way. We'll see. You know, Survivor can't help themselves. Jeff can't help himself. But yeah, I liked it. I thought this was a really good episode. I thought this we're getting back into the groove of things. It feels like, and this was good. I have nothing bad to say about it. I'd say my least favorite character is probably Jake. I find him very annoying. All the things he has to say, all the problems he has. His dad's blind. He's having a baby out there. He's deeply, deeply, deeply in the closet and has a raging hard-on for Alex. And oh man, you know, he can say bromance as much as he wants, but the more he says it, the more we don't think it is one. You know, he's not my favorite. I would say my favorite, Sophie. Yes, number one for a fan of the show, Sophie. She's doing good. You know, I mean, she's out there playing the game. That's for damn sure. She's definitely playing, trying to make alliances. She got the big meat shield. She's using Jake as a shield, so I hope that takes her a long way. Okay, okay, and yeah, not me. I'd fake it. Smiles and waves, boys. Smiles and waves. Yeah, well, I mean, you got to fake it to make it. You got to fake it to make it. Now, Dirt, if you weren't here during the middle of the show, I had an announcement. It's Zero Bar. That's right. Zero Bar is back. Zero Bar is back and better than ever. They got new packaging. Okay, they look like the Detroit Lions now. Okay, look at that. Look at that new packaging on the Zero Bar. They're now the sponsor of this season of Survivor here on the show. Okay, we're not losing it this time. We're not losing the sponsorship this time. Not thanks to Jacob and his nasty farts. Okay, that's not happening. I shouldn't have said that, but that's not happening. But we love Zero Bar. Zero Bar number 1. Okay, we're gonna take a bite of this. Let's get into this. Okay, you eat one of these before you go out on Survivor. You're not gonna have any trouble. Okay. Remember I was talking about the Super Smash Brothers player on the season, the professional Super Smash Brothers player. He doesn't eat Zero Bars like Ken, the original Super Smash Brothers player. Ken, he always ate a Zero Bar before he would win a video game. Ooh. Whoa. That shit's fresh. Usually you buy a Zero Bar and they're stale as fuck. Oh, wait. I mean, they're always fresh and delicious. I mean, I'm sure you can look it up. Justin from this season is the Super Smash Brothers player, but there was a Super Smash Brothers player seasons ago on Survivor Gabon. His name is Ken, and he was the best Super Smash Brothers player in the world. So this is actually the second Super Smash Brothers player to be on the show. They should have had Ken back at some point because Ken was really good, and he got pretty far into the game, and I was rooting for him in Gabon. He was my favorite. Yeah. Wow. Nothing better than a zero bar. Mm. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Hallelujah. That's too much chocolate, bro. I'm over it. It's too sweet. Oh, wait, I mean, it's delicious. It's great. Thank you, Zero Bar. Don't be a. Oh, wait. Be a hero. Eat a zero. There you go. You can bump that check up a little bit, Zero, for that one. All right, guys. That was our Survivor, episode 1 of season 49 breakdown. We did it proper here, okay? We did it proper. I got the mic set up. I got the small voice studio set up here, and we didn't go on the computer this round. It's a little bit loud in that room, so I wanted to be able to focus on my notes. I'll take more notes for next episode. I just ate scrambled eggs and raw onions for dinner. That's fucking nasty, dude. That is going to make the most rancid farts in the world. Scrambled eggs and raw onions, dude. Ugh. You're gonna have potent green cloud rings coming out of your butt, dude. Nasty. Nasty. It's good. I'm sure it's. I mean, everybody has their things they like, but that combo, that combo mixed in the stomach there. And I know you had ice cold pep with it, dude. That's not going to help. Liver and onions. All right, guys, let's get the hell out of here. Survivor Digest here on the Silverhouse Extra Extra YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. I'm on a fart maxing diet. Yeah, well, throw some beans in there. Throw some kidneys in there. Go, So there's some chili in there. Pick you up some Wendy's chili. I've never farted harder than after a Wendy's chili. All right. Okay. All right. Survivor Digest. We'll be back for episode 2, guys. Like and subscribe. We'll be back. Everybody have a good night. And enjoy your eggs and raw onions. We'll see you next time. Bye.